fellas, welcome back. Traction control part 2. We got this puppy loaded up. We're got a little bit of break in the weather. It's been like freaking 10 degrees here, salt, snow, rain, all of it. I'm already freaking out. I gotta make a pass. We did a couple little adjustments and got some good data from the drive shaft sensor. So we're gonna go out and make this little test pass. Hopefully the road ain't got much salt on it. It's been really cold, so hopefully it goes. I have enough in it to probably spin, because that's just how, if I'm going to go out, I'm going to try to go fast. But hopefully it doesn't. We're going to turn the traction control on. We got a curve in there from some previous data that we have, and we'll see how it goes. Let's go. Well, this is kind of awkward. So, got the car unloaded. Kind of got a lot of things on my mind, trying to get this sensor stuff right, kind of rewiring some other stuff. And the whole point, we had the sensor data all jacked up, fixed some stuff, thought it looked good, built a curve. So I was planned on turning the traction control on. We're out here to make a test hit tonight. And I get here, get the car off the trailer, and the dash is at the house. So my digital dash, I'll have all my traction control stuff on here to turn on. And yeah, I ain't got nothing. My lights are hanging, they ain't got crap. So I'm out here, car's already got heat in it. I'm just gonna go ahead and make the pass anyways, because we can still get the drive shaft curve to make sure that it is in fact fixed. So here we go, let's rip this bitch.
Damn, that bitch was riding.
All right, well, the pass was good. However, the data is not. Holy crap, this is not what it looked like when I tested it before I came out here. This is not gonna work. All this is bad. This is all bad. You can't use this for literally anything. How Holley's traction control works, once you build your line, none of these can go over that. We would be hooting and hollering all the way down through there. So we're gonna go back to the house and figure something out, because this ain't it. So yeah.
What up?
What are you doing? Why are you recording me?
Because
This is secret shit.
secret.
Yeah, I'm putting this traction control lube on my spark plug wires. Why are you laughing? Do you want to win or no?
Yeah,
Oh, what's so funny?
nothing, I guess.
You see that? So this is my drive shaft curve. This is part 2 of our drive shaft video. Okay? I thought I had it fixed and I wasn't even gonna post it because I don't know. But it's not fixed. See this big spike?
Yep.
That's not good. So we go from about 1900, here's your drive shaft speed, about 1900 to 2900. That's 1,000 RPM difference. So when you build your traction control table, you know, it's kind of just going to come through here like this. As soon as it hits that, it's going to pull timing. So you're pulling power out for no reason. Same with right here. This was just on jack stands. When I just put it in gear and just let it roll and kind of rolled into the throttle a little bit. So say this is your 60 foot and you build your curve right here above my fingernail as your baseline, and you got all this wonky shit going on when you're not even spinning, it's going to be pulling power. It's going to hit your, you know, let's say we take it to here, that's your retard A, retard B, cylinder cut. So you're cutting cylinders and you're not even spinning. So that's what we're working on today. Trying to get this. I've read some posts on some drive shaft curve, or some on the Holly page, that a lot of guys have had some interference with spark plug boots, I guess. I don't know. Not really see that doing anything, but God, that's about as tight as you.
Cut.
So yeah, I'm gonna finish up doing these, and then probably gonna adjust my sensor gap as well. A lot of people say, can't tell if these things go on or not with these. A lot of people say junk wires can do it. Oh, I think I'm on there. What the heck's going on with this thing? Maybe that's my problem. No, that's clicking. These are fire core wires. I'm not really too worried about them being junk. So I'm going to try this. And then I probably will do a little test before I change the sensor gap, just to see where we're at. Now, here, I'm going to show them something else. So I've done 2 tests. Hold on. Don't show them the screen just yet. Okay. So this test right here is under mile per hour. It's not nearly as bad. I did the same thing. It's on jack stands, and I just kind of rolled into the throttle. And it's going up pretty smooth, a lot smoother. Pull away for a second. Okay. It's a lot smoother than this. We got a whole lot of crap going on. This is under RPM. So I'm not really sure. Drive shaft RPM. This both were drive shaft speed. One was in reading in RPM, one was reading in mile per hour. So we're gonna see what this dielectric grease does. Alright guys, so we got all the plug wires, put dielectric grease on all the plug wires. I was gonna just test it now, but honestly there's some things about the sensor and how it's sitting that I don't really like anyways. Again, so since the last video, I swapped my sensor from 5 volt to 12 volt and got some shielded cable, and I grounded it to chassis grounds to eliminate any of that stuff. So, and I did a little test and it seemed to work okay, but when just how I have it sitting like this, and it seemed to work really good and really clean. But when I went out and made a test pass the other night, the data was literally horrible. So we're gonna go under here and check out this sensor and collar and see if we can do some adjusting. Should be able to see that, I think. So, I don't know how well you can see, but I'm gonna try to move my bracket forward a little bit because it's not exactly centered on this. I don't know how much play I have in this. Oh, I have enough. I think. So I'm gonna make it like that. I moved it about 1/16 of an inch probably. Find all the rest of the tools. I want that sucker moving. Yeah, that looks a little better maybe. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to see, I believe I set this thing around 30 thou. I'm going to try to tighten it up. Find my feeler gauges here. So there's 30. Alright, so sorry, I'm trying to do this upside down, backwards, and there's a 30. Now I'm moving my bracket. Guess it doesn't matter, but I'm gonna go to 25. And we're gonna try that. 25. Holy cow, this is kind of hard upside down. Okay, there's 25. We're gonna try 25. If 25 doesn't clean it up, we're gonna go the opposite way. To 40. Let me see how close we are here. I'm just backing this nut off on the inside of this bracket to get me closer. And then we'll tighten it up from the top, or from the front, this nut here. And on these sensors, this is a low dollar sensor. I don't know if you can see that, but there's a groove in that sensor right there going this way. They say you want that lined up. Okay, so that's a little too much. That's about, we ain't gonna do this like valves. We'll probably leave it a little loose. Probably be more like 27, 26. But either way, you'll be able to see if that helps or makes it worse. Let's see what. Hopefully this thing still fits. Yeah, it does. That's about a true 25 now. Now we're just gonna spin it and make sure it doesn't hit. Pretty clear. I don't see any paint knocked off like it has hit in the past. Let's try that. Let's see what we got. All right, so we're gonna fire this sucker up. I'm gonna go online right here. Might be kind of hard to hear me, but I'll try to talk a little louder before I start it. I'll tell you what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna go up here. All my data logging stuff is all off, trans brake and throttle and all that stuff. So we're just gonna hit this clipboard right here, and that'll clip us a log without having to floor it or do any of that stuff. So I'm gonna start a log, and we're gonna put this thing in gear and let it spin. And now with it being on jack stand, you're gonna have some drive line movement, so that's why I kind of roll into it a little slow, so to take that slack out. And we'll see what we get. All right, we're gonna go up here. We're gonna hit that. Alright. Holy crap. Jeez Louise, what is going on with this freaking thing? See? All that. No bueno. Again, this could be because it's on jack stands, but I don't really trust it. So we're gonna try a couple other things. Alright, so don't mind that. That's freaking Ford racing block. Billet Ford racing block. Just a little corroded. Alright, anyways. So I turned the sensor 90 degrees of what it's supposed to be, and the data looks a little better. Looks a lot better, actually. So we're going to try something. I'm going to jack this sucker up, get it off the stands. Come with me here. Take that out the way. Oh, lower this sucker down without killing myself. Okay, I might need two hands. Hold on. All right, there we go. Okay. Oh, all right. Let's check out some data. See what we got here. Oh, we're in the stupid light thing again. All right, so this, things might be backwards. I don't care. This is just probably, gear slop. Okay. But that looks a lot better. That's kind of what it looked like the other day, so I'm not really sure what happened. So that one's in mile an hour after I adjusted it. This one is in RPM after I adjusted it. Whoa. So a lot of this here could be just gear slop from where the car is just kind of, chugging along, and you get a little tum 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 in the gear. Not because it's about to fall out, just, there's gear slop in there when the tires aren't on the ground and the motor's kind of, it's cold, small block Ford chugging along, you get a little tum 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 tum. But once I started rolling into it a little bit, it smooths out. So I'm gonna do a burnout in my garage. And just so I can get some pressure on the tire. Like, it's probably not gonna be, just a little tiny squealer. It's not gonna be anything crazy or anything. Think this is a good idea?
No.
Why?
It's late.
Huh?
It's late.
We need traction control. That should give us a good log. What do you think about that? Did you hear that sucker hook up?
I think I'm about to choke and die.
What happened? Oh. Sorry, got an oil leak. All right, let's check this log out. That's pretty good. Did you hear that sucker hook up?
Mm-hmm.
About did a willy right
Yeah.
onto the trailer.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Fucking burning tires. Look, so much power busted my laptop.
Oh my God.
That sucker's digging. Tell you that right now. Drive, shaft, test. Power. All right. Yeah. I don't know. What do you think?
Can't see it.
What do you mean you can't see it? That's not good. That's the old Jimmy Dale womps there, I think. Was I womping it?
My ears just quit working.
It was kind of loud.
Kinda.
The small block Ford gets the humping out up there in them big RBMs.
Yeah, in them residential neighborhoods.
Oh, we ain't worried about that. This ain't no HOA. This is BTA. Beat that ass. Okay, well, that didn't fix anything. So now we're still no traction control and probably need new tires now.
And busted laptop.
And busted laptop from where she said, when you get that out of her, you know that fucker's digging. Watch my door.
That was you.
Actually, don't matter. I'm about to come off next.
Oh, God. All right, Jeffrey.
No, Jeffrey has doors and a front end.
Oh.
Jeffrey done climbed in the back of the freaking clown truck. He ain't hanging out with us real men.
He done went back on the porch.
Yeah, he done went back on the porch. I'll tell you one thing, look at that. Oh, let's see. I mean, we had them tires humping 161 mile an hour in the garage. Ain't bad.
No.
Good thing I chopped gas as soon as it hooked.
Yeah.
Okay, well, back to the drawing board we go, I guess. Because that there ain't going to work. That's going to... I mean, that's my shift. So I can see this here. Maybe.
You need to clean your screen.
Yeah. And we're in a burnout. I don't know. Some of this other stuff's clean. Maybe we'll make a pass when we ain't, on freaking 4-second concrete and water standing still. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But this is TPS here. Where's TPS? I got it on it. Oh, I didn't even lift, bruh. See that? I was in it to win it. Okay, well, we're gonna call that pretty decent, actually. We'll go make another test pass, and can't right now because it's like 8 degrees outside, and they just salted the roads again. So, and then of course I got the fastest Mustang in the state coming to get worked on here. how convenient. You know, this guy you guys know in that blue car. Yeah, he always tries to get under my skin when he posts fastest street race Mustang in Ohio. Bro, like you bringing it here to the fastest Mustang street race shop, my boy. Anyways, so we'll probably wrap this video up. This data out here is pretty clean. It's kind of matching my RPM, like really close. So next good day we'll go out and see if we can't get it a little closer, or see if it ain't totally fixed when it's actually stuck making a pass. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe, comment. I need y'all to subscribe. Trying to hit the 1,000 so I can, you know, like, be somebody. If I don't get to 1,000, then I ain't shit. And I'm telling you, I am shit. I'm it. I am him.